talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. Yeah, we Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairin', gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. When I open like Betty Wops and find to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry for spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, Black Sun, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, willing dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairin' on them, Ric Flairin' on them, Ric Flairin' on them, Ric Flairin' son up, baby.
Hey, yo, Scotty, you going crazy for this one. We see what you're doing, we salute you. Hey, let's get it started. It's Backpack Capital One. What's in your wallet? Got a call from my man A. Scott. I said I got it. Love that you highlighting all of these black colleges. Try to pay me for doing this. Look, bruh, if you don't get off my line with that foolishness, voice of the swag, pull up where you at, no cap. If the Brody is speaking the soft facts, my advice, tune in to every show. Captain Petty, but we know that the sergeants are with the smoke. Speculate, just tell me what is we doing. Get into it, okay, look, I'ma say this and keep it moving. My boy Scotty, man, he offered a leash. Black grad, paying college, I'm glad that he called me. Walking, cause we all been taught that talk is cheap. Even primetime knows Scott for the HBCU streets.
What is going on, everybody? You already know what it is. Back with another one. It's your boy Scotty, man. Listen, happy Friday. Happy Friday to all you members out there. It's Memorial Day weekend. Shout out to all my vets out there. Hoorah! And whatever you other weird Bama forces, Air Force Bama say or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the Navy does. I don't know. Who cares? Anyway, Right? So shout out to all you guys. Shout out to everybody who served, man. Shout out to you guys. Support. Get your discounts, okay? My wife is a stickler on me about I don't be asking, but she be like, get your discounts. All right? So go out there, get your discounts. I know, Memorial Day weekend in the Black household is not for veterans. It's the official day the grill gets pulled out. Apron goes on. You got the grill masters on. You already know what the grill masters are. The sandals with either with the toe out or with the toe enclosed, but it got the air gaps in it. The grill masters. The Grill Masters 2000. Everybody knows what it is, so stop playing with me, man. Listen, we got a long show today. Listen, I had a lot of stuff to do. I went golfing today. You know what I'm saying? Today's Friday. It's pizza day in the Scott household. You know what I'm saying? It's everything is going on. So it's gonna be, stay with me. Okay. You Bamas ain't got nothing to do this weekend. You chilling, you cooling. Ain't nobody really watching swag baseball unless your team is in it. FAMU, you know what I'm saying? But if anybody really, if you'd have seen the footage at the stadium, Bamas ain't going to the game either. Okay. Okay. All right. So we got a lot to talk about. First of all, man, listen. I don't know. First of all, I don't know why people send me clips of the mass meeting, right? I only watch them when they lose. I'm going to keep it a buck, right? I only watch them when they lose, and it's only entertaining when Zoe's on it. If Zoe ain't on it, it ain't fun. All right, it ain't funny. It ain't interesting to watch. It ain't nothing. Okay, so if Zoe ain't on it, I definitely ain't trying to watch. Okay, that's just facts. The Mother Bamas is boring. Okay, and they don't know what they be talking about. They especially Mystery. Wrong button. Mr. Emotional. Oh my God. It should be a crime for a grown man with no hair and with kids to be that. He can't be that emotional. It just don't make sense. It don't make any sense to me. But hey, to each his own. To each his own. You know what I'm saying? You want to be that emotional? I'm sorry. Okay. And then you're emotional. Okay. How can you be emotional? You put your platform in a median space where everybody can see it and respond to it. Then you question everybody's comment about your said team. And then when people comment back at you in your chat, you block everybody. Okay. I'm just trying to put two and two together. It don't make sense to me. It just don't make sense to me. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it today. All right. In an elite way. Elite 15 Coffee. You already know what's sponsoring this video today. Elite 15 Coffee, veteran-owned, black-owned business. Get yourself some Elite 15 Coffee today. Start your day in the right way with Elite 15 Coffee. Link in the description below. Stop playing. Go get it. It's an amazing brand and company, all right? And always, listen, pay your tithes and offerings. Okay? Pay your tithes and your offerings, okay? You're in here, you're in the congregation, you're part of the union. I got 170 people in here, but 170 y'all are not members, okay? So make sure you support the channel, become a member, pay your tithes, pay your offerings. You already know what it is, all right? Now, I'm the one that started calling them the mass meeting. As I do, listen, do right. Okay. Listen, don't get hemmed up because you listen to me. You better be dating. Okay. Be dating, sir. Be dating. Come on, man. Be dating. Stop playing. All right. Listen. I got a new name. Okay, I got a new name. The mass meeting was getting a little eerie. It wasn't hitting the same. I wasn't really feeling it, right? Now I think I'm gonna call them the mass crack meeting. This crack shit, man, it's got me, man. I don't got no control over
I try to kick, man. That shit just be calling me, man. Be calling me, man. I just gotta go to it. I need help, man.
You need help. Yo, Bamas need help because what I have realized of this mass crack epidemic meeting that they do, they don't go for the logic of football. No. They don't go for that. They go to make them feel good. Right? If you remember Players Club and the man in the wheelchair was in the back and he was like, Leroy, do something to make me feel good. That is what the mass crack meeting is all about. It's like a fix, right? Because you go out into the real world and the real world is telling you, y'all ain't that no more. Y'all not that team, right? The world is beating you down because y'all, oh no, they're just hating on us. Oh no, they don't like our colors. Oh no, they don't like that we have potholes and they don't. They're just hating. Everybody just hating on Pothole State, right? Everybody just hating on them. So what do? They go to the mass crack meet and line up, because it be about 300 strong every night in line, waiting for they hit a crack. And then you have Mr. And he just feeding them. He just feeding them like fiends. Oh, we're going to go undefeated. Oh, nobody going to stop us. Hey, Bama's just sucking it in on the mass crack. That's all they do. Oh, don't nobody got better uniforms than us. They don't like us because our potholes ain't the same. Just sucking it in. It is sickening. It is sickening. Oh, we got the best quarterback in FCS. Oh, we got the best defense in FCS. And they just keep, and they just time and time and time again, they take the crack, right? Because now they loopy, right? Y'all know them streetwalkers. They be out there loopy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you want some of this? Oh, I lick your toes for $1, right? All that type of energy. All that type of energy is what Pothole State fans gonna give you. They gonna walk out to the real world. Yeah, we got the best quarterback in FCS. Are you smoking crack? Oh, we got the best coaching staff in FCS. You get off that stuff. Get off that stuff and get into rehab. That's what they do. But they led by the crackhead man himself. Nino Brown of the crack epidemic. Feeding them. Slinging it. And I'm going to play you a couple clips of the last crack meeting, right? And you just people, listen, I know a lot of you Bamas are sober tonight. Put your whiskey, put your tequila down, put it down just for a quick second. I need you Bamas to be sober. When you hear what is being dispersed to innocent people, and you tell me if this is not a crack meeting. I'm just saying.
Maybe what all I was trying to do was figure out, was it just the quarterback that they felt was going to put them over the top? I'm going to tell you what I think. I really think it was the addition of Andrew Body and the fact that they beat us.
Yeah. Right.
That's it. If that's your assessment of the next year's matchup, I will not talk football with you. You got to give me data. Seriously. Right. That justifies, and it can't be based off of a last year's game, whether I feel it's fluky or what. I ain't even gonna call it fluky. You could.
As he just said, we got to give him data, right? Everybody listen. He said, you got to give me data. Okay, keep listening. Keep listening.
Say it was absolute domination. That's cool if that's how you want to see that game. My point is, those that were big time factors for us, they not gonna be on the field this year.
Right.
We're gonna have a new quarterback, a new play caller, a new defensive coordinator, a new O-line coach, a new linebacker coach, a new DB coach. We're gonna have a new running backs coach,
new receivers coach,
new special teams coach.
Now, let's talk about this data that he's talking about, right? Let's talk, because I need y'all to break this. If you got a whole new football staff, that means your team wasn't very good last year. Are we having the same understanding? So how is it that for all of a sudden you got a completely brand new staff, and all of a sudden what happened last year doesn't matter, but you, for all of us, we done hired everybody and their mama for new positions. If a job, listen to me now. If a job that you were searching on Indeed was like this: open director position, open assistant director position, open secretary position, open typewriter position, open music teacher, and they were all the same company, you would be like, damn, does anybody want to stay? Damn, why would I be a part of a company that can't keep nobody? The only person that is on staff from last year is the guy who hired everybody that was fired. So clearly, your logic does not make any sense. Clearly, we cannot trust you to hire any capable positions. Now, mind you, let's dive deeper into the crack epidemic that is called this mass meeting. Now, said person has made his career in being an offensive coordinator. Is that right? Yep, that's right. He goes into his new position, does not call plays. His offense is atrocious. Now, mind you, when they were, if anybody can recall, when they hired Maurice Harris, what were they doing? Ranting and raving. Right? Ranting and raving. Oh, I can't believe we got Maurice Harris. He came from Liberty with Hugh Freeze over there in the Christian Center. Right? Like all this ranting and raving, this shit was ass. We told you your defense was going to be bad. Why did we tell you your defense was going to be bad? Because you got the sorry ass Bama that G told you. G told you the Ninja had nothing to do with the defense, and that's the person you hired to run your defense. G told y'all. He said, hey, he not that good. He not that good. What was your defense? Not that good. So make this make sense to me. The same way that we would expect a first-year head coach with a whole new staff. Now all of us, because let's be real, if any head coach, Texas Southern, Grambling, we would all have low expectations because of what? Oh, he's a new coach. They have to implement. They don't really know each other. Is that not the same situation that is going on at Jackson State? Is that not the same thing? Because what I can recall, the only person that's really changed from Alabama State is the offensive coordinator and the DB coach. The offense wasn't very good last year, and they still beat you. Let us continue.
We're gonna have another quarterback at
We're gonna have a special team coach.
We'll have one. That's correct. We're gonna have healthy kickers, and we're gonna have a much deeper
I don't think we had a QB competition last year. And
I don't think we're gonna have one this year.
That dude right there.
Doc, I'm only saying that because CD and I talked about that today.
Right.
I'm holding my hand, bro, like a poker hand. I'm good with what I got.
Everyone that left was promoted. How do you go from maybe I don't understand promotion. Maybe I don't understand promotion because I understand Willie Simmons going to FBS to make $500,000, but I don't understand a former defensive coordinator going to become a D-line coach and your defense was ass. Your defense was ass. Like, I'm talking about ass. Your offense, Maurice Harris just went back with his guy. That is not a promotion. It's like, yo, these ninjas don't want to listen to me, or I'm not good here. Let me go be an analyst at Auburn. Like the thing that kills me, stop smoking the crack. Stop. They weren't good when they were at their set positions. That's why Pothole State fans was bitching and moaning about, oh my God, this offense isn't good. They told me it was going to be like this, and it didn't look like that. And they told me it was going to be high-powered, and it's not high-powered. Oh, we don't know. Oh, we don't know if we want to go with Jacoby and Morgan. Oh, USPS Brown. Stop it. Stop it. Every time that it does not go the crackhead meeting way, they just completely change the narrative. Completely change it. I'm so serious. It went from game one to we found our quarterback. He's the next Shador to when they play Alabama State. Oh man, yeah, I knew he wasn't that good. Oh yeah, I knew he wasn't that good. You know, he was really just holding the spot for Morgan. What? Stop it. Let us continue.
I'm good.
Right.
I don't need no more cards. And that's not the knock. I love what Coach did to the quarterback room. He added another quarterback that I think is going to be. Now, mind you, I don't know, but I feel like I'm going to tell you what I told TD today. If Jacoby is playing great football, then Jackson State can win a Celebration Bowl.
Yeah.
I feel that wholeheartedly. Now, 16 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's all you can take the name off of it at the end of the day. That's all I'm saying. And that 1 interception shouldn't have been there.
Let's break that down, shall we? Because let's break it down. It's all about context, because what happens is he passes out the crack. They smoke it. Oh, Scotty, 16 touchdowns, 1 interception. Oh, can't nobody stop my boy. Oh, okay. Let's break this down. Is this your guy? Is this your guy? I mean, let's keep a spade a spade. His best games outside of Alcorn, I'll give him the Alcorn game. Every other team on this joker was ass. Dog, his first start was against Valley. He put 40 up against UAPB. Who doesn't put 40 on UAPB? He played Texas Southern. Bro, he threw the look at the average yards, right? He threw the ball 34 times. The air yards, he averaged 5 yards a pass. He went to Valley and threw the ball 3 yards per pass. Then he went to UAPB and tore him up. It's UAPB. So look, listen, I'll give you the Alcorn game. I won't take nothing away from that. Alcorn's defense was good. I'll even give you, if you even want to go, he got better every game. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But see, the disrespect that comes to me is this, right? What y'all don't understand, this is what bothers me. You compare two quarterbacks that are not in the same realm. My question is, this is my only question. It's my only question, because people are going to say, well, Scotty, Andrew didn't do this, and Andrew didn't have this, and Andrew didn't have that. What I would ask you is this. If Jacoby and Morgan was on Texas Southern, would they have been one game out of the SWAC championship? I say no. I say no. That's just me. That's just my thoughts. But if you took Andrew Body and put him on Jackson State, do they go 7-4? Abso-freaking-lutely. That ain't hard to go 7-4 when half the team didn't have a winning record. Every team that Paho State beat did not have a winning record. So if that's all you're asking Andrew to do, I think he'll be okay with doing that. If going 7-4 is so miraculous and all you have to beat is teams with no winning record, I think he can do that. I don't think that's that difficult, in my personal opinion. That's just my thoughts. And listen, this is not even me saying Jacoby and Morgan is bad, because if anybody remembers, I said Jacoby and Morgan should have started before the season even started. That's how good I am. You don't believe me? Let's take a watch. Snaps. See what I'm saying? So just understand why my grade is going to be what it is, right? I listen, okay? Listen, the reason is, you know how old this is? I got dreads. That tells you right there how old this is. I got dreads. I didn't cut my dreads off in July. I got dreads. That tells you how old that is. A C- is because he doesn't have the experience. It's the only listen. The only reason it's a C- is because he doesn't have the experience. That Boston College, the film you just watched, right, is the only game he played the whole game. Okay, he's played the whole game. Now, impact grade is an A. The kid is like that, okay? You listen, unless they coach him off a cliff, right? The kid is like that. There's no other way around it. The kid is a freaking A, right? Now, is it an A+, an A-? I don't give a damn, okay? Unless they coach this kid off of a cliff, he's like that. He's like that. So the one thing about Maurice Harris is that his scheme has always been with a very mobile guy. Like even Malik Willis being as big as he is, because remember Maurice coached at Liberty, you know what I'm saying? So being as big as Malik was, Malik could move. You know what I'm saying? So he's always had that mobile guy, right? But Jacobian is not your typical dual threat guy. He's not that. He's like 80% thrower, 20% runner. So even when you think he's about to run, he might just bomb it over your head. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't that. This ain't that. So if you're looking for RPO guy like that, that's not him. That's not him. He's a quarterback. All right. Don't ask him to do nothing else than be a quarterback, because that's what he is. Right. That's what he is. So, like I said, unless they coach this boy off a cliff, he's your starter. And it, to me, unless the offense is just that hard, which I don't believe it is, I really don't believe it is. But unless it's just that hard, I don't see why this isn't your starter. I said it from the beginning. So it wasn't really much past me, if we're being honest. I saw it from tape at Boston College. And everybody in the comments like, oh, he was hurt. Oh, he was hurt. Let me explain something to y'all, right? After the FAMU game, Jacoby and Morgan should have been in the... I don't know what Alabama's was smoking. After the FAMU game, Jason Brown should have been on the bench. And I'ma just live and die with whatever Jacoby and Morgan gives me. That he gotta learn at some point in time. But you wait. And what do? The first game you play him is Valley. That's really your introduction. That's really your introduction. You're like, hey, we'll give you an easy tosser and filler. And that's really what it was. And it worked in your benefit because you went on 3 straight wins, but they were just ass teams. And then when he played against a real opponent, he gets hurt. You can't help that. It's football. It happens, but so we'll see. I'm very high on Jacoby and Morgan. I think I'm super high on Jacoby and Morgan. So this ain't bash Jacoby and Morgan. All I'm saying is let's not play like you saying 16 touchdowns, 1 interception. My dude, it was against probably the 3 worst teams in the conference. Like, what are we talking about right now? What are we talking about? And then Alcorn, I'll give him every kudos. Man, that Bama was bombs over Baghdad in against the Alcorn game. So I'll give him that. But come on, man. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? I'm sorry. Let us continue. Let us continue with this mash crack meat.
Right.
I'm saying,
right.
but I'll say this though. I'm gonna leave that one there because there was one game where he threw a bad ball and the person just dropped it, so it should have been an interception.
Alcorn,
and it wasn't. I'll say he got 1 interception, 16 tugs. That's what we got total: 10 passing, 6 rushing, 1 to the other team. I feel like if Jacoby and Morgan was playing quarterback versus Alabama State, we win that game.
That's not true. That is not true. That is not true. Because listen, the quarterback was not the reason. See this? Listen, stop letting this false agenda lie to you. If you think about the game, if you really think about the game, every fumble came from a skill player. It did not come from the quarterback. If I'm being honest, Jason Brown was not the reason why you lost that game. Stop smoking crack. Stop it. You had 4 to 5 fumbles, and none of them came from, I believe 1 came from the quarterback. The other 4, Seven McGee, the running backs, and the wide receivers. How is that Jason Brown's fault? How was that Jason Brown's fault? It wasn't. It wasn't. It's very simple. So what I'm telling you is, and this is another thing that I hate about how people don't really analyze football, right? They'll say something like this: "Oh man, we just shot ourselves in the foot." No. If somebody hits your player and makes them fumble, that is not a fluke. You know what a fluke is? A fluke is you running down the touchdown and your player drops the ball before getting to the end zone. You know what a fluke is? A fluke is your player running with the ball, and as he's running, the ball pops up and goes behind. That's a fluke. But when I'm hitting you, when I'm imposing my will upon you and I'm causing turnovers, that is not a fluke. That just means I'm tougher than you. And what makes the game even worse is they outgained Alabama State 2-1. 2-1, and they still lost the game. You were a bad football team. There's no ifs and buts about it. How is that Jason Brown's fault? And now listen, once again, I'm not high on Jason Brown, but that game is not his fault. It's not. Go back and watch the footage. Go back and watch the film. It is not. So once again, get off the crack. Last thing before we get up out of here. Off the crack.
Feel like if Jacoby Morgan was playing quarterback, if he stayed in the game against all.
I feel if Jacoby and Morgan was playing against FAMU, we win that game. I feel if Jacoby and Morgan was playing against Texas State, we win that game. Shut up. Shut up.
We win that game too. That's just my thought process on it. I mean, I could be wrong, but
you are, as usual.
Offense. The D-line depth is there. A lot of players are coming in that ain't really played, but you don't know what that's going to look like. I'm one of the mindset where I give folk benefit of the doubt if they recruiting well. I don't do to them what they do to us. Because it seems like when folks are judging Jackson State that's out on the outside of the Jackson State space, it seems like folk act like when they put a Jackson State uniform on that the players get retarded or something. I don't know. It's like they can never – there's no benefit of the doubt. Regardless of winning, regardless of being the top recruiting class, regardless of killing it, it's still well.
Again, what has that gotten you? This is my issue. A lot of you ninjas get on here and talk about, Scotty, we didn't grab this star player. We didn't grab this star player. Let me show you something. This was Tahoe State last year. They had the #1 class ranking in the SWAC. What did it get you? You didn't beat a team with a winning record. You didn't run the table, and you were 3rd in the East. And then you know what the excuse is next? Oh, Scotty, it was a first-year head coach. What do you expect? From what you was telling me, I should expect another SWAC championship. That's what Zoe was saying. Zoe was saying 9-2. Tahoe State fans were like, I got on my platform with Mike, and I told Mike, I see 7 wins. Mike fixed his face to say, what? Oh, see, Scotty, you hating. You hating, Scotty. 7 wins? Who we losing to? 4 losses? Who we losing to? I say again, all that recruiting shit does not matter. It sounds nice. It makes for great headlines, but it doesn't always show up on the field. I'm just telling you what it is. So in one of the clips somebody sent me, he talking about, I only respect FAMU, Grambling, and us because we're recruiting at a high level. Alabama State has never been #1 in the SWAC in their class, and they whooped you. Alcorn has never been in the #1 ranking for a class, and they beat you. What does a class ranking have anything to do with anything? I got on here and I can evaluate every single star athlete, and I can promise you most of them are not going to be good. Ask Tahoe State fans, all those freshmen they brought in, where they at? Where Duke Miller at? Not at Tahoe State. He wasn't a freshman, he was a transfer. And I said he wasn't that good. When they got him, I said Duke Miller. Okay, we got Duke Miller. He came from New Mexico State. Okay, where he at now? Gone. Batman Mitchell, gone. All those high-ranking 3-star high school athletes that they were ranting and raving about, where they at? Gone. Transferred. Devontae Davis, gone. What are we talking about? Isaac Peppers, who they was ranting and raving. Ha. Your defense was ass. Your front 7 was ass. And it's not. And if you knew anything about football, you understand that at the end of the day, you are completely going against something different than what got you in the winning circle. It's hard to make a transition from all man to now we're going to be zone and mix and all this and 3-3-5 and da-da-da. You think it's easy finding James Houston's? You think it's easy finding 6'7", 6'8" Niles Gaddies? You think it's easy finding 6'4" Cornish Millers? You think it's easy finding 6'3", 6'4" Devontae Davises? It's not easy finding them cats. Y'all brought Ohio State brought a kid, Ty Davis or Tywan Davis from Colorado. He's like 6'3", 6'4". Where he at? Because I gave him an F when I evaluated him. Where he at? Where he play at? He didn't play last year. Maybe he's still developing. Maybe he could be. Some people bloom late. All I'm saying is this. Stop smoking the crack from them meetings. I feel like when you go to church, thank you, God. I feel like when y'all Bammers go to church and y'all just sit back and let the preacher tell y'all anything, and then y'all don't go home and study to show thyself approved. Take your ass home when them mass meetings, when them mass crack meetings get finished. You've been on there for 4 hours, sniffing coke and smoking crack for 4 hours. Go back and watch the film for yourself and tell me if you still think them players are as good as they're bragging them to be. Because if you're being honest, the same insiders that told you you were going 9-2, what happened to that? What happened to that? The same insiders that told you you had one of the best D linemen, the D lineman in the SWAC, the deepest D line in the SWAC. What happened to that? The only thing they were truthful about was Irv Mulligan being a dog. That's it. That's it. That's the only thing they was right about. Irv Mulligan. But I digress. So once again, for all you Ohio State fans that are still...
This crack shit, man, it's got me, man. I don't got no control over it, man. I try to kick, man. That shit just be calling me, man. Be calling me, man. I just gotta go to it. Need help, man.
Come on, man.
Well, Michael Jordan say, stop. Get some help. Stop. Crack is whack. Crack is whack. Now, let's move on. Ooh, when I tell you, I hope Nick is still in this. Nick, you still in this chat? Nick Eden, HBCU calendar, you still in this chat? Because the tea about to get hot, and this might be on the calendar. I know you doing all the, the denouncing and denouncing and renouncing and all that denouncing and renouncing, all that type of stuff. I know that's going to be on the calendar. But this might make the calendar, Nick. So if you're still in the chat, stay with me, right? Now, I don't know if y'all Bammers remember her. Yes, Maya. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Maya. It is the bowling coach from FAMU. And I'm telling you, karma is a dish best served cold. Boy, I love it. I love when karma comes around. Ooh, yes, I do. Yes, sirree, Bob, I surely do. Like something in my...
Oh, goddamn.
Oh, I love it. I love it. She is a Ohio State grad. Now, word on the street is that Capri Howard will be let go because of a Title IX violation. Say what? Say what? Listen. I'm telling you, God don't like ugly. God don't like ugly. I love it.
Oh, goddamn.
Now, I know a lot of you Bammers are sitting in the chat like, damn, Scotty. What she do? What she do, Scotty? Word on the street is. You know your boy getting tea. You know your boy. Listen, if you want the hottest, and I mean the hottest tea, you gotta come to Offscript. What did she do, Scotty? Oh, you know all she did was have a relationship with a student athlete. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Oh, hold on. I gotta set this up just right.
Sound echo through the night. The sound I hear when I'm holding you tight. I say, oh, baby, you just bring. It's my love going bang, bang, bang. When my love goes bang, 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 you better run to cover your steal. When my love goes bang, 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 it's gonna be you and me again. Bang, 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 bang.
You better run. Man, my love go bang, bang, bang. Oh, I got another one, yo. I got another one. Hold on. Please. Come on! All she did was have relationship with a student athlete. Oh, come on! Break me up for peace. Break me up for peace with that funk. You stop it! Come on, Capri! That's what we doing, Capri. You couldn't get somebody off campus, Capri. You had to get somebody on campus. On campus, Capri. Now you kicking girls off the team. You kicking girls off the team because they trying to get their grades up. But you got kicked out your job for some dick. Oh, you gotta be. Oh, goddamn.
Don't try, get this thing. You about to lose your job. Get this thing. You about to lose your job. Get this thing. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your job. Get this thing. You about to lose your job. Get this thing. You about to lose your job.
Oh my God! Want some dick? I hope it was worth it. I hope it was worth. Boy, listen. I hope that Bama had your turtles curling. Okay, you get curling, bowling. I get it. Those curling, bowling. Ooh. Ooh. I'm sorry. sorry. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord Jesus. Now, I don't know if Title IX violations follow you. Okay? I don't know if they, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know if Title IX violations follow you. But ma'am, Lord Jesus, I'm sorry. Who I listen, I don't like the downfall of nobody, but at the end of the day, you was kicking girls off the team because they wanted to do their grades. Now you getting kicked off your team for dick. That is crazy. That is crazy. Oh man, you gotta love karma. Oh, you gotta love karma. Oh, that's some karma for you. Oh man, okay. Whew. Capri. I gotta hit you with it. I'm sorry. Shout out to Huggy Lowdown. Capri Howard. You, ma'am, are the Bama of the week. From back shots to champion. Oh man. Whoo. Lord have mercy. All right. Oh man. Oh Jesus. Oh, that was funny. Lord Jesus, that was funny. All right. Last thing before I get up out of here. Call lines are open, 518-263-8124, 518-263-8124. Call lines are open. You are more than welcome to call in. I ain't going to keep y'all up this late. I know y'all Bamas, a lot of you Bamas, balls and strikes. I know a lot of you Bamas got stuff to do in the morning, got kids like me, so I ain't going to keep y'all past y'all bedtime. All right, here we go. Let me open these call lines up. My love go bang, bang, bang. You better run. Rest in peace, John Witherspoon.
You are the only participant in the conference.
All right.
All participants are.
Jesus, that don't sound good. All right, let me close these call lines down because they don't sound good. All right, anyway, let me say this, and I'm first of all, please, people, stop texting me, asking me, Scotty, how is this going to affect us? Scotty, how is this going? Scotty, listen, I don't know. Okay, I do not know. Right? Because what you have to understand is this. What you're asking me is like, you're broke. Let's listen, man. Your budget and their budget ain't the same. So that's like asking a wealthy person how you pay your taxes. You ain't gonna understand it. Because they need CPAs, they need accountants, and you take your drink to Liberty Tax Return down the street. It ain't the same. You're not in the same tax bracket, so money is moved differently. So when you're asking me how is this going to affect us, to a certain extent, it will, because you need to know what bracket you're going to be put in. You need to understand what level of football is or how it's going to be separated or whatever. But at the end of the day, you were never in this pot of money. You were never in this tax bracket. And if you're telling me, Scotty, it's going to be harder for us to have players, listen, you can't buy every player. Please listen to me when I tell you this. You cannot. There's not enough money in college athletics for college athletes to pay for every player that wants to play at the Division I level. It is not possible. That's why you have Group of Five. That's why you have FCS. That's why you have Division II. That's why you have Division III. It's too many players and not enough money. That's why it is separated at the Power 5 level and then everybody else. So it's not going to affect your recruiting to a certain extent, because the players that you couldn't get or the players that were outpriced for you, they're going to continue to be outpriced for you. And the players that have been trickling down, because not everybody is going to make it at the D1 level. That's just facts, right? Injuries happen. New kids come in, right? People lose their position battles. People want to start. Some people don't want to. Listen, you're going to have some kids that want to start, so they'll wait their turn. Or you're going to have kids that just sitting there collecting the check. Either way, it ain't going to affect you because you were never in that tax bracket. What you should be worrying about going forward is how it's going to separate with the group of 5 and FCS and what the NCAA will decide to do about that. What is bothering to me, right? And I know a lot of people is not going to like this analogy, but what this feels like to me is when you have states like New York City, right? I mean, I'm sorry. Please refrain. You have a state like New York, and then you have a metropolitan area like New York City, right? Where New York City and the hub dictates for the whole state of New York the politics, because the New York City area is so democratic, right? Like it's like a Democrat hub, but they have so much population in that and power that they dictate to the outer states of what the state of New York is going to do. And this is exactly what Power 5 football, or what NCAA football has become, where the Power 5 is so powerful that they are literally dictating the rest of college athletics. Listen to me. College football is so big that they are dictating college athletics for non-revenue sports, for basketball. I mean, that's how monumental college football has become. And if you really want to break it down even further, it starts with just the simple basis of the NCAA being so stubborn to stop college athletes from getting money from signing autographs, or, getting their picture. Like, think about all the things that used to be violations. The smallest implications, the signing of the autograph, somebody giving you something for free, going to a meal, going to a restaurant and getting a meal for free, what's considered an NCAA violation. Making your own merchandise and selling it was considered a violation. So you try to nickel and dime these student athletes. Now they have cut the head off the snake and literally opened Pandora's box, because the NCAA was so stubborn and such a pimp that they wouldn't even give you the $5 or $10 just to kind of satisfy you. Just to satisfy you, so you wouldn't get mad, or so you wouldn't get angry. So you're like, oh, I'm getting some money. They weren't trying to let you get no money. And then on the flip side is you could have students who played in the band could travel across the country and make money playing in a quartet, and they were in college. You could have other students on campus going professional in their significant field, right? And not be hindered by college rules. But when it came to college football, when it came to athletics, it was a problem. But any extracurricular activity, a painter, a kid could be in paint. He could be an art student at UCLA and make a beautiful painting and sell it, and he good. But a college athlete who was using his body to make the school money could not, because he was on a scholarship, because he was on on the football team or whatever. Because think about it, even non-scholarship athletes were also held to that standard as well. So it's just it's a very, very slippery slope. But if you've been living under a rock and you don't know all the stipulations of what is going on, here are some of the rule changes that are coming down the pipeline, right? Roster change, eliminates scholarship caps, implements new roster limits, not finalized, ability to provide scholarships to the entire roster, Potential football roster reduction to as few as 85 roster spots. Ongoing discussions. Title IX applies. Right? Governance, other potential new D1 subdivision for increased power conference rulemaking. Flexibility for leagues to set some own rules. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy that you'll have the flexibility for leagues to set their own rules. That's crazy to me. Because to me, it's like, okay, what is the NCAA governing if now leagues or conferences are allowed to say? Now, if you say like FCS, okay, it's twofold. Let me say this. I'm sorry. Let me give context. If you're saying that FCS as a league, right, a FCS league are allowed to create their own rules, now we're talking, because now that power gets wielded in the sense of do what's best for you. I'm gonna say that again. If making your own rules for your league, right? Because if I'm the FCS commissioner, or if I'm the FCS conferences need to come together and come up with a plan. Now, HBCUs to me still have their own little niche market, but overall, FCS conferences and commissioners should be at the table talking. Yeah, I'm gonna open them up. I had to close them down because it was acting funny, but hopefully it's better now.
You are the only participant in the conference. All participants are muted.
So FCS conferences should be talking and getting a plan in place. So if the rule is set that your division of football can start creating your own rules, man, this needs to be in the forefront of just like, hey, we want this, we need this, we got to strategize for this. If it's talking specifically conferences can make their own rules, that's even better for HBCUs in the MEAC, because if I'm the HBCUs in the MEAC, now think about it and just stay with me. I'm trying to make an HBCU playoff system. If you're going D2 and D1, that just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But whatever we can do to generate our own stuff and our own revenue, and however we decide to do it and market it, I think that has to be in place. I think you got to start coming up with more creative ways to get more money involved into your revenue and your marketing, right? And just in your niche market. So just some things that I thought about as well. Here we go. Rev share model could be extended beyond 10 years. Plaintiffs agreed to lobby on behalf of NCAA's effort seeking congressional protections. NCAA is tired of antitrust lawsuits. That's just really what it comes down to. The NCAA is tired of antitrust lawsuits and them losing. What is so crazy to me is that in the next 3 to 4 or 5 years, we really won't know what this is. It's going to be completely different than what you're used to seeing. And my biggest concern, and my biggest concern will always be when it comes to this, is, are we ahead of schedule? Are we planning to be ahead of schedule? Is the FCS planning to be ahead of schedule? Is the HBCU schools planning to be? Like, there has to be some type of conversations happening to where we are understanding, or we are trying to put our best foot forward into getting in place. And let me tell you this, the worst thing to me, oh wow, Grambling up 7. Oh Jesus, okay. The worst thing to me is this, is that it could literally go down. The HBCU Go deal could probably be the biggest detriment to HBCUs, because think about HBCU Go has the SWAC, the SIAC, the CIAA, right? All the major institutions, and they have all the rights locked up. And what I'm trying to tell you guys is what's so frustrating, that you're not listening to me, or people aren't hearing me when I say this, right? Is that you have to start sectioning your games. You have to start seeing the value in sectioning your games, or, siphoning off products to different people to promote or to broadcast and get the money for it. Even if it's just the individual schools partnering with NBC or NFL Network or ESPN or HBCU League Pass or HBCU Go, like siphon it off, right? Like get it to where you can move a couple games here or get a couple million here or whatever, and make that work. Or get in a partnership deal with multiple streaming platforms that they bid for your content, right? Like you got Apple, you got Amazon, you got Prime. I mean, that's Amazon. You got Apple, Amazon, Tubi. All these. Netflix is getting into live sports, right? So, having these different entities start bidding for your games and bidding for your promotion, even if you give like Netflix a 2 or 3 year deal for the Boombox Classic, right? Like you can catch Southern and Jackson on Netflix for 2 to 3 years and they get paid millions of dollars for that. You see what I'm saying? Like that's how you got to start finagling this thing, because at the end of the day, you got to get every piece of the pie that's possible instead of just serving it all up to one individual who is an upstarting company to try to make their money, and then you have no income on the back end. It's just stupid to me. 4718 coming to you.
Hey, what's going on, Scotty?
What's up, man?
Well, since we're on this new pothole city, I can just say it like this. 1400 Lynch Street has officially become the Carter Project. I mean, we just going to see, you just got to let it play out with those fans over there, They going to say, oh, we got the best this, we got the best that, and then the record doesn't show it. I mean, it's just delusional, promises and thoughts or whatever. So it's not even really worth pondering over. But as far as this new thing with the NCAA, like I feel like the FCS, they're going to have to start to come up with some ideas, because once all these super conferences form, that's it. Like it's just going to be one big football mafia with those big conferences, and everybody else is just going to be left out to dry.
Yeah.
So you do wonder where HBCUs and other FCS, small schools are, where they're going to be. Well, they don't start to plan and implement something into action, they're going to be at the very bottom. And do we want to see that? No. But inevitably, they've been planning this for years. I could say, like, the NCAA is just, the big conferences have been wanting to split from them. So basically, they're just ready to tell the NCAA to go to hell. So that, small schools are just going to have to, work something out. And, this is the time where everybody comes together at this point. But that's all I got to say, man. Take it easy.
Hey, man, appreciate the call. Let me say this, right? I agree with them. So I think the Power 5 is going to have like a special advisory board, like they've been talking about for so long, that literally just fits their needs, right? Like it's simply going to be, hey, this is a special advisory board for the Big Four, right? So it's like the NCAA, the special advisory board, and then the Big Four, and that's their thing, right? So the special advisory board would tell the NCAA, hey, we don't like this. We're not doing this. We want this. We want this implemented. It's going to be a lot of that and a lot of dictating, because they have the power. But at the same time, and my last point before I get up out of here, I think my biggest takeaway is you're going to have to move. You're going to have to move and start thinking in the future. Like, I know it's been a hard pressed thing with the NCAA, because the NCAA has been such an oversight that your progression has been so slow, right? It's usually it's whenever the NCAA deems it's necessary, right? Oh, we'll finally let headsets in the football. We'll finally let this happen. We'll finally give you approval for this. Now you have to be thinking 3 or 4 or 5 steps ahead of the NCAA of what you would need, or what you want, or what you want to do, or what's next, right? If it's an HBCU super conference, if it's an HBCU playoff system, All of those things have to start coming into place, and all of those things have to be thought about because of the revenue that could be driven for you and by you. It is what it is. That's my little 2 cents on that. So please stop texting me and asking me, Scotty, what does this mean for us? Listen, player-wise, you weren't going to get some of these guys, and you're going to get the rejects. That just is what it is. You're going to get players who are everybody wants to go D1. Doesn't matter what you're talking about. Everybody wants to go D1. The problem is now the battling for like the Western Kentuckys in you, or the Sacramento, or the Colorado, right? Not Dion's Colorado, but just like a regular Colorado, because at the end of the day, you're going to get paid at the D1 level. You just are. So why not go get a check, then go be at an HBCU and not get a check, right? And let me also say this for HBCUs. Stop trying to get in the NIL business. It is not your lane. You know what your lane should be? Upgrading your facilities. Stop trying to play with the big boys. Oh, we need to give NIL deals. No, you don't. Realistically, all you need to do is add $500 to $1,000 more in your stipends, if possible, and then upgrade your facilities and let the rest of the work just be you. Market your players. Make them feel special, right? Let them have their own merchandise. Let them do their own jerseys, like stuff. If you just open up your creativity, if you open up the market to some of your star players, they will want to stay. And when they're good enough to leave, they're probably going to leave. And you just start the process all over again. It is the nature of the business now. It just is. And you have to accept it and work through it and work around it. Very simple. All right, listen. Guys, I appreciate everybody. I hope everybody has a wonderful Memorial Day. Capri Howard, the unemployment office does not open back up until Tuesday. Okay, Capri? Tuesday is when the unemployment office opens up. Be there first thing, right? First thing in the morning. Be there early. Full name, birth certificate, social security number, and your resume. Okay? Be there on time. Okay? If your man needs to drop you off, I understand. Just want to make sure you're good. Okay? Have everything you need. Resume in hand. All right? Listen, until next time, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to holler. God bless.